Hi guys, I'm Chef Natisha and author of My Modern Indian Kitchen. Today I'm here at the Pramble Studios to show you some exciting vegan recipes. The first one is a badass, bad boy Bombay Indian vegan burger. It's made with potato, mushroom and chickpeas. So to start off with, you have some mashed potato, some minced mushroom, some minced chickpeas, and that's going to be mixed together to form a patty and flavoured with some spices. So I've got some sea salt, black pepper, some sliced green chilli, some crushed garlic, oil, some chaat masala, which is quite pungent. We've got some red chilli flakes, some cumin and coriander powder, also known as dana jiru, some turmeric powder, and then some whole cumin seeds. So then the burger patty is accompanied by a relish. So the relish is made with tomato, onion, some mustard seeds, a blend of spices. So I've got some red chilli powder, some cumin powder, coriander powder, and some turmeric. That's all mixed together with some palm sugar over there and some cider vinegar. So let's get started. So to get started, I'm just going to mix the 3 minced ingredients together. So this sort of recipe is great for sharing, or when you've got a barbecue or you're having friends over. You can make the patties in advance. They'll last, they'll freeze well as well, to be honest, because they're roasted. Before you roast them, all you need to do is defrost them. As you can see, folks, there's quite a lot of texture as well. So the mushroom and the chickpea kind of substitute the need for having any meat. They add a really nice meaty texture. Great, so now that's all combined, I'm gonna go in with flavouring. So I've got 2 chopped up green chilies, 2 chopped up cloves of garlic, a teaspoon of cumin seeds, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of dana jiru, which is the cumin and coriander mix, half a teaspoon of dried chili flakes, half a teaspoon of chaat masala, and then 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. And then just season that to your taste, guys. And you can always taste it as you go as well. So just give it a really good mix and work those ingredients just to loosen those flavors. The more you work the mix, the more those flavors are released, because you're crushing the green chili, you're crushing the garlic, you're releasing all those powdered spices. So the burgers I'm serving today are going to be for a starter or a canapé, so they are going to be slightly small. But having said that, you can make your burger whatever size you like. It's always good to have your burger buns ready so you can shape the patty according to the size of the bun. Mine are quite small today. Like I said, it is for a sharing dish. So it's kind of like making a meatball. Just roll them in your hand and then flatten them down to make a patty. And if you don't have gloves at home, guys, just wet your hands just so it doesn't stick to the palm of your hands. Perfect. You don't want them too smooth. You know, it is a really nice rustic dish, so keep them nice and rustic, not too form, not too processed looking. Right, so that mixture has made me 11 small burger patties, but having said that, you can make bigger ones as well, so don't forget, always shape them according to the size of your buns. So now that they're done, I'm going to pop them in my fridge to let them chill whilst I make the relish. So to make the relish, folks, you heat up some oil in a pan. That's 2 tablespoons there. So once your oil's hot, folks, go in with your mustard seeds. And just let them do their magic. So as you can hear, folks, the mustard seeds have started to sizzle in that oil, which is great. They're infusing their own natural oils with the vegetable oil, which is amazing. I can smell the smokiness from here, which tells me that they're good and they're ready to go. So coming back, pop that on the heat. I'm gonna go in with 1 medium diced onion and half a teaspoon of sea salt. So what you want to do, folks, is just fry off that onion in that hot seasoned oil with the salt. Just let it fry away for about 2 to 3 minutes. Not brown, not caramelized, but just nicely and gently softened. So it's been about 3 minutes now and those onions are really nicely softened. So now I'm going to go in with my powdered spices. So I've added in my powdered spices, which has completely transformed that onion base. It's just added such a depth of flavour and aroma already. I'm just going to let that gently fry off for a further 1 to 2 minutes, no more longer. You don't want to burn those spices, you just want to keep that really nice fragrant aroma. And as you can see, they're just starting to stick to the bottom of the pan, which is an indication that we're ready for the next step. Just going to loosen up all of those onions, and then we're going to go in with 2 chopped tomatoes. These are too large. If your tomatoes are smaller, then use 4. So I've added the tomatoes. We're just going to let that base reduce. I'm going to reduce the heat. Just let it simmer for a good 5 to 6 minutes and let those tomatoes gently melt away. Okay guys, so it's been about 5 minutes and the tomatoes have started to soften. So just to help them along a bit, I'm going to go in with 2 tablespoons of cider vinegar and some palm sugar. You can find palm sugar in most Asian grocery stores now, or your local supermarket, to be honest. So mix everything together really, really well, just to encourage all of those flavors to kind of marry and merge together. The smells are just amazing now. So I'm just going to give that about another 5 to 6 minutes, just to let the tomatoes soften and form more of a relish. The tomatoes have melted away, they're beautifully soft. The texture's completely changed of the relish now. It's sticky, and it's just come together so beautifully. So what I'm going to do now is add in the coriander, give that a really good stir, and then take it off the heat and just let it rest. Okay, so the relish is done, so now it's time to get out the burger patties from the fridge and start frying. So once the burgers have firmed up in the fridge, you just want to coat them all over with a little bit of flour, not too much, just enough for a light dusting, just because that will help them not stick to the pan when you're shallow frying them. It is a little bit messy, but bear with. So once all of your patties are floured, just keep them aside whilst you heat up a drizzle of oil in your pan. Just enough to coat the base of your pan, a few tablespoons. So once your oil's hot, gently add in the coated patties. Don't worry about them being different sizes and shapes, you know, they are quite rustic. So I've got my pan on a medium heat right now, just because I want to see all the patties all over. Once they've browned on both sides, then I'll reduce the heat. And don't overcrowd your pan. You can do this in batches. So give them about 2 minutes on either side, just so they're nice and golden. And they're forming a little bit of a crust. And a good tip, guys, when you're flipping the burgers, always flip them away from you. That way you're not splashing any hot oil on yourself. So the patties have had 2 minutes of frying on either side. As you can see, they're becoming really nice and golden brown. So I'm going to take them out and just pop them on a baking tray. Careful as you're doing this, guys. You are working with hot oil. They smell absolutely fantastic, even if I do say so myself. So the patties are beautifully sealed all over on both sides. As you can see, they've got this really nice caramelization going. They're beautifully golden brown. So they're ready to go into the oven now for about 12 to 15 minutes, not longer than that. And that's gas mark 200, a nice high heat just to seal them all over. Right guys, so my burgers have had 12 minutes in the oven and they look absolutely beautiful. Who would have thought that vegan burgers could look and smell so good? So now it's time for assembly. I've got these cute little vegan burger buns. Just going to place a little bit of this relish on the bottom half, just a little bit to start off with. Then I've got some baby gem lettuce. A few slices of tomato, just hold it in place. Some red onion. And then one of those gorgeous chickpea, mushroom and potato bad boy burgers. Straight on top, and a bit more of that punchy relish. Look at that. And there you go. My badass, bad boy Bombay vegan burger.